Hey guys, it's Melissa. It's day 3, and I hope you guys are having an awesome time so far on tour. I know it's just the beginning, but it's about to get so awesome for you. To get right to the point, this is bus worship. If you guys haven't figured out that yet, it's okay, we're still early in the game. But I wanted to share some stuff with you. So let's just get to it. Sometimes life kind of stinks. I mean, sometimes it might just be a bad hair day. Maybe you're just kind of off. Maybe you just totally bombed a test you thought you did awesome on. Or maybe it's something a little bit more serious. Maybe a friend of yours committed suicide. Or maybe you just lost a parent. Or maybe a friend of yours has a terminal illness. You know someone who had a miscarriage. I mean, sometimes things just suck. I mean, look at these natural disasters we have. The tsunami, the wildfires, Joplin, how tornadoes just devastated a city. Sometimes life just sucks. I can't give you a reason why all these absolutely horrible things happen, but I can at least kind of tell you how I look at them. Sometimes I think life just happens. I don't think that God is just some big being trying to smite us all whenever we do something wrong. I don't think he's trying to punish huge countries with tornadoes or anything like that. But I think sometimes sucky things just happen in life. But God is still with us. And for me, whenever I am going through those hard times, I go to a verse. And this verse, it just, for me, encompasses everything I could be going through in life. And it just makes me understand that I might not know exactly why something's happening, but in the very least, I know God's still always there. So the verse I always cling to and I rely on whenever life just kind of stinks is Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 15. And I'm going to go ahead and read it. It's kind of long, but just go ahead and read along. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to gain and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Like I said at the very beginning, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. It doesn't necessarily say there's a reason, but there's a time for it and there's a purpose for it. So basically, when something is kind of just going bad, know that, hey, we've warned about it. I mean, we were never promised life was always going to be sunshine and butterflies. And maybe somewhere through that, you can find some greater good for it. And that also, God's definitely always there. So for you guys, what I want you to do is on the same sheet of paper, across to the other side, it says my verse of hope. And what I want you to do, I just want you to think of a verse, something that you can always go back to and rely on, knowing that it's God's word, knowing that he's always there with you and always going to help you out. I mean, it could be in Philippians saying that Christ is always your strength and you can do anything through him. But whatever it is, just something that helps you realize that even though sometimes life just stinks, it's going to get better, and just to have hope, because sometimes hope is all you have.